Hello everyone, Anthony Vessecchia, Level 3 TPI here with Scratch Golf Academy. Today I want to talk to you about a couple things that are going to help with coordination and some of the foundational movements of your golf swing, mainly staying in posture and helping you cover the ball. The very first one that we're going to do today is going to be called the merry-go-round. I like this one. You may have seen it in my Stopping Your Early Extension series that I had at the very probably 3 or 4 months ago that I shot. I did a 3-part series on stopping early extension. I know this had to be one of the moves because this is one of the ones that's just really great at helping you cover the ball, keeping your rear end back so that you're not moving forward in your downswing and coming over the top. So again, I'm going to show you this one. I'm going to come close to the camera so you can see how I hold the club. So if I'm right-handed, I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to put it on the edge of the club just like this right here. All right, and then I'm going to make sure that my club face is pointed straight up afterwards, all right? Then I'm going to cross my arms over. I'm going to bring the club up about midway through my bicep right here on both sides. And then I'm going to set up just like this. If there were a ball right here in front of me, I'm going to set up to that ball and I'm going to try to rotate and get the club down to it. So if you see me from down target line, we'll say I can see a little spot here on the rubber. I'm going to set up to that and I want to get the club down to that position. If you see how I am here, if I go into an early extension, I'm going to have to really crunch my spine over and really get in a rounded position to be able to get down to the ball there. Anytime you do that, you're slowing down your rotational velocity towards the target tremendously because you're spending time flexing instead of rotating on an axis, which is a drill that we're going to get to in a moment. All right, so again, I set up, club face up, halfway up my bicep, and I'm going to rotate down to that point. You can see by doing that, it keeps my rear end back. If my rear end, again, I'm repeating myself, comes forward, you have to really hunch over and you just kill all that rotational velocity because you're taking time moving this way instead of that way, all right? So this is called merry-go-round. If you want to, you can set up, you put a hand behind your rear end, set until your hand touches the wall, then move it away and make sure that when you get down to that impact position that your rear end is now bumping against the wall, your left rear end if you're a right-handed golfer. Lefty, obviously it would be the opposite. So that one is called merry-go-round. Work that drill a couple times, even before you swing, just so you get that feel of keeping that rear end back so that when you do swing, you can keep that rear end back through the swing as well. Now our next drill is going to be a neutral spine rotation. This one's just going to help you keep your back in a neutral spine angle so you're not getting rounded or we're not getting in an S posture. This is just going to help you be in a nice neutral position here also with your head so you're not necessarily looking down too much because you're too upright in your swing and such. What we're going to do is hold the club just like this, take it over your back here. We're going to pin it down to our sacrum and we're going to put our head against it. Now all I want you to do from this position is just try to rotate your hips, okay? Your spine is going to rotate obviously as well, but your hips, in this motion, you'll really feel that your hips are allowing you to get turned a lot more than you would if you were used to being a player that's kind of slapping at it in this position. You can notice my back didn't turn at all, so I'm throwing my hands at it. My hips didn't turn at all either. So if you go here, you'll really start to feel and keep that neutral spine, a lot of rotation through your body to allow you to do it. So I'm going to do it again. Make sure that the handle of the club is on your sacrum, your head is touching, and you want to try not to make sure your back is arched too much and there's a big gap right here. You'd like to be able to tuck your pelvis under so that your glutes are engaged, and you'll also feel with that tuck, you'll feel your transverse abdominals engaged too. Very important, these muscles here are keeping you in posture so that when you do swing, it's very hard to lift up if those muscles are engaged. They draw your they basically help you with the hip hinge, so I'll just keep it very simple. So they help you with that hip hinge position and they keep you in posture. Your rectus abdominis up here, they're the ones that actually pull you this way. They're going to cause your rib cage to go towards your pelvis, okay? This transverse are what help with a tilt down here with your hip, okay? So as you're going through the golf swing, you will have a tilting or a posterior tilt this way towards the target to generate more power and get your glutes firing at it. So again, this drill will help with that and keeping that posture. So this is just to get that neutral spine. We're going to rotate and then rotate through. All right, so showing you from the camera, we're going to rotate back, and then we're gonna rotate through. And I like doing a lot of this, and I set up as if I find a line on a wall or a mirror in front of me, like 2 separate mirrors, or I'll put a piece of tape on it. And I like to kind of set up with my head with a slight tilt away from, on the other side of that tape, and I try to keep it behind that tape all the way through when I'm working this drill too. That way I'm not moving my body with it, all right? So that one is just simple. It's just a neutral spine rotation. It's gonna help you keep that neutral spine and rotate through instead of getting rounded or getting an S posture. So this exercise is a wall drill, low 5. I did another one where I did a corner drill in the past for you guys, where you get used to stopping that early extension so your rear end will hit the wall that would be behind you, and then your thigh kind of hits at the same time. Well, this one's gonna help the people that have a problem with lunging this way as they start their downswing with their upper bodies coming with them instead of staying behind the ball and just letting the hips go. I'm also gonna call this drill the half Scotty, and you're about to see why in a second. It's a little joke off of what just recently happened. We're gonna set up in golf posture here, just like this. Our foot will be touching the wall. We're gonna take one hand and put it right here behind your back as if you're getting arrested. And we are going to set up in golf posture here, and we're going to rotate and push our pelvis towards the wall and clear it at the same time without hitting our elbow against the wall. Because if you're one of those guys that lunge, you're gonna hit your elbow and you won't be able to get that proper rotation because you'll have too much sliding happening with your upper body. So again, we're gonna go here in low 5. Here, clear, don't hit your elbow on the wall, in low 5, all right? So that's gonna be my wall, low 5, or a half Scotty. All right, got it? So now, please subscribe. I got a lot more videos and things that I want to bring your way with coordination for golf, with fitness, with your ability to generate more ground force, generate more power, get rotational power through your golf swing, all those great things. Just subscribe, hit that notification, and like this video, and we'll keep bringing you more. Have a good one.